Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. In today's episode, we're gonna go finish up the rest of the Sirena Beach with the secret shines. I almost said stars because I'm just so used to, just calling them collectible stars, and now we're just calling the shine sprites. I mean, they're essentially the Isle Delfino equivalent to the power stars, so... Alright, so yeah, back to the secret course we go, and... Okay, yeah, if you probably couldn't tell by the tone of my voice, oh, God. I was not able to upload this video yesterday, and there is a very good reason for that. Well, aside from the fact that, we're about to get some of the most obnoxious secret shines that we're about to get here, but especially towards the end, yeah, you guessed it, that also means doing the 100-point mission, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump the gun here. The 100-point mission in Sirena Beach fucking drags. Like, my God. You're going to be spending a lot of time now. That is the reason why that this video took a long time to upload. It's because of that goddamn 100-coin mission. Ugh. Yeah, there'll be more to talk about once we get to that one. Alright, so for this one, for some stupid reason, well, I guess, they had to put it in the second half because, just to get all the right coins self-contained, but yeah, we have to go and scour through the first half of the secret course just to get to that big red button to start the, that red coin mission, so... Yeah, they make us have to go through this shit here, so yeah, just be careful as you go through. At least, again, you have flow with you, so, your second visit onwards, and, they get to have flow with you, so. Just be careful with those, blocks of sand, and, yeah, and don't worry, guys, I mean, maybe it's convenient to say that, even when you're using Flood, the sand blocks won't be, they won't erode, even though they're usually supposed to if they're, if it's on the water. But yeah, for some reason when Mario stands on them, then they disintegrate. So, again, more Nintendo logic. I have no idea how much sense that makes here, but... And also, by the way, folks, of course, yeah, you kind of did notice that. Look at that right there. I literally pressed the A button. I literally did, and Mario decided to just walk off and just, just decided to just fall out there. Like, no, we're not doing that. Yeah, thank God I have flow with me, because the minute Mario does that, like, I could just slam there, like, no. Oh, God, that's something I really wish I would do if he goes to rebels against me. Yeah, don't tell me what to do here. I can do it my own way. But, yeah, you saw the reason why that my life counter went down. I mean, it's not the first time it happened, though, but yeah, this did take me a few attempts for this here, and, and also that's because, I actually forgot where a lot of the red coins are. Like, I was trying to find what the last red coin is, and it's just hidden right there below those blocks, and, you can see them out in the open, but they have one hidden right there. Man, what a genius design there, wouldn't you say? Just to keep just at least one red coin hidden here. Alright, and then for the next one, we have to go back into the casino to get other shine sprite. Oh, my God. Fuck this mission! Oh, my God. And yeah, you saw how drastically my life counter went all the way down, or down to 11, and that's because of this goddamn mission. And they don't really give you much time for this. You have to do this in under a minute here, and the way the right coins are placed here. But you have these giant blocks that are going to be moving around, and they could definitely go over the red coin, and therefore you have to wait until they go through that red coin, and therefore that actually does take away your precious time here. God, I don't know whose idea to design like that. Whoever designed this this level like that really needs to be slapped in the face hard. I mean, it's not gonna be the last time we're ever gonna be seeing a lot of these poor design choices when it comes to some levels here. Again, I'm sorry for all my ranting and bitching about some levels right here, but if I see that something that's plainly obvious for how bad design is, and Mario, get the guy! Oh my God! Look at that right there. You see how much close it was that the timer ran out and then Mario suffers from cardiac arrest? Yeah, you see that right there? 46 milliseconds I had left there. And, I was trying to get to that red coin, but it's like, I tried to go to the highest point when that platform was rotating around, and for some reason Mario still couldn't reach that because, I don't know, because of how high up it is, but Mario still couldn't reach that, and I was getting so close to time, and, I've done so many attempts for this, and I tried to get to that last coin, but the timer ran out, and so therefore I had to do this all over again because again, Mario's a sore fucking loser here, and it's like I just get so tired of that, and then my other test for that is that is I tried to reach the coin, but it's just so high up, and Mario just couldn't reach it, and so I ran out of time because of it. So that's the reason why it took me so many attempts for this. Like, again, I'm sorry if I'm just, you know, I'm just giving this game a lot of flack here, but, you know, it's, I mean, especially because of the fact that I'm doing the, doing 100% completion in the game, and that's where you, you actually get to see the true darkness of this godforsaken game. Because, like, you know, again, if I were to go replay Sunshine and just to go my way for that, I'm not going to do 100% completion for this here, but this is a Let's Play, therefore, I had to do 100% completion because I fucking hate myself for this. Ugh. So, yeah, that's when things get really obnoxious for these, for these missions here, so... Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm just, sounding very whiny here, so, you know, I'm actually thinking back for what Some Call Me Johnny stated. I think it was in his Shadow the Hedgehog review that, you know, he did make the statement of, there's only so much you can rant and bitch about without coming off as an immature fuckwad. And, you know, honestly, though, I really wish I wouldn't do that here, but, you know, it just shows, because, you know, just how obnoxious it is here. And you know, and if you fail these missions here, then the game will penalize you in the absolute worst fucking ways possible. And, you know, with Mario, you know, suffering a heart attack, and then, well, at the very least, though, then, you know, you can actually restart the secret course right then and there, so you won't really get booted out, so that's a plus at least. But for some of the other missions you have to do, and, like, some certain challenges, and then, you know, Mario gets booted out of the level itself, and you have to do this all over again. So that's the shit I absolutely hate so much about it. But yeah, that's how it just took me a lot of attempts right there, and, you know, because of how tight the time was, and, you know, I just couldn't get that last red coin, and, you know, my irritation level just went so high up because of it, so, you know, I just had to rant about, you know, how much I just struggle through with this whole thing here, so. But anyways, that's all done here, and now for this, God, 100-point mission. Ugh. I mean, at the very least, you know, it's not, I mean, it's not really difficult per se, though. It just drags, and, you know, and I'm actually doing episode 4 of this one here, because, you know, one thing you can do is that if you extinguish the torches right here on these, or extinguish the flames on these little torches here, then you can get some coins out of it here, so, that's one way to go to get these coins. That'll actually help you to get the 100, well, at least getting all the 100 coins as you're doing the whole collection here. So that's what you want to do. Like, when you're outside of the hotel, then you want to start with getting the coins out for the torches, and then and, you know, that's how you get them, and also some of the grades. And now we're inside the hotel, so we're gonna go ahead and yeah, just extinguish these flames here from the torches, and then that's how you get the coins. So, you know, we'll just come out just like that. So at least there's quite a few coins here. You also notice that my highest coin score was 99. That's because this is actually, I think, my second or third. No, actually, no, this is my third attempt, because my first attempt was on episode 3, and so I was trying to get the, I managed to get, like, as many coins as I ever could, though, but some of them, like, you know, I was trying to get to the one bottom floor, but I accidentally got the blue coin out, and don't worry, I didn't even collect it, but I didn't want to collect the blue coin, and so it was on that one tile where in which I would have to ground pound, but then that would actually risk me getting the blue coin, so I had to start that one over. Yeah, I know it's kind of a silly thing, but I did say I was going to save the blue coins for last, because, you know, because that's the worst part about it in Sunshine, but yeah, my second attempt, I did, like, I was going for episode 4, and I was only 1 coin short, because I tried to get as many coins, or many of the coins as possible, but, and I think there was another, instance where, you know, where there was that one blue coin that was blocking my way, and so I would have to risk collecting it, which I still didn't, though. And then I got to the casino, because, yeah, I can actually score coins and get the shine spray from there, but I was only able to collect all the coins there is there, because one of the slot machines that actually gives you coins, I tried going for the coin farming method, but then it stopped at 7, though, and so once it stops at 7, then you can't do the slot machine again. It just completely stops, and yeah, you're just stuck there. So there's some other mini slot machines that you can actually get coins from, but that was all I got there, and then there was just no other way for me to get the that last coin, so I had to do that all over again. So so yeah, that's what really took me so long. So, you know, I actually did this the night before last night, but But I decided just to go and stop right then and there, just wait till the next day to do the 100 coin mission, because, and, you know, and I have been able to commentate over the video, and I was unable to commentate, or just upload to YouTube. And, you know, that's because, you know, of how long the mission took, and that, and also because I had other shit to do, so, you know, just had to get those here. There's also some other coins that you get in the attic here. You know, come to think of it, that's another one of those things where it's catching back up to me because of the fact that I skipped or did the easy route in the Mysterious Hotel Delfina mission. Yeah, because of the fact that I took the easy route. So, guess what, folks? That means I actually have to go through the entire hotel anyway for that mission, just so, you know, show off everything that there was here. So, you know, again, it's actually one of those things where, you know, where you would have taken to get to that one Shine Sprite in the bathhouse. Only, well, only for the fact that you had to go and get that pineapple for Yoshi, and yeah, it's only that pineapple, no other fruit. So, you know, in order to just go back over to get to Yoshi. So yeah. But yeah, this one really drags here because you basically have to go through the entirety of the hotel for those 100 coins, and just the yellow coins too, because of how much worse they made than 64. So yeah, that's. It's just so obnoxious about it, and so, like, you know, yeah, that when I did my first recording attempt, I was like, you know, I'm done. I'll just do this later, because, you know, it's just to show something like that here, and so, ugh. But, you know, that was just all I had to, you know, just say about that, because, you know, holy shit. So, anyways, so, you know, on the subject of us, you know, when I was talking about the casino, I actually did say that, you know, that I was going to talk about, you know, some of my own casino experiences. Well, I mean, maybe not too much of an experience, though, because one thing I'll have to say, though, is that I've actually never gambled before in my life, but I actually have visited casinos. Because, like, you know, my very first visit to a casino, oh, yeah, make sure not to get that blue coin. I had a feeling that one of the crates was going to contain a blue coin. But yeah, my very first experience, oh, that was right there. It was like over a decade ago. It was back in 2011, and I was 15 years old at the time. We were on that one Carnival cruise, and we sailed over to it was one of the islands of the Bahamas, and there was that well, actually my very first one was like in the cruise itself, though, where they had a casino. But, you know, yeah, I was 15 years old at the time, and I actually did stumble into a casino. Which, you know, legally I wasn't really allowed to at the time because you know, because you had to reach that certain age requirement. I think it's like, I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it's like 21, like, you know, the same age when you're legally allowed to drink. But, yeah, because of that, then, you know, I kind of just had to sneak through, and then, you know, I had to make sure that, you know, they wouldn't have me to gamble, because, you know, again, I was still too young for gambling at the time. And also, there was that one fancy hotel called Atlantis, which, you know, if you guys have heard of it, I mean, I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar about it. You know, we never actually stayed in that hotel, though, but we actually did visit the place, and then we actually went through it, and then that's where I saw the casino in there too. Yeah, speaking of which, I should just cut over to the casino itself, because, you know, this is actually where you get some more coins and get that Shine Sprite. So yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that was my very first one. You know, even though I was still too young at the time and still, you know, legally not allowed to actually visit casinos, but yeah, we just snuck through there anyway. And I didn't really get any penalties or consequences for that either. And yeah, so if you actually attend the ground pad for those little mini slot machines, then that's how you get some coins. And some of them will actually contain, you know, more than one coin too, so that's nice. And that one also contains a blue coin too. I actually knew that from one of my recording attempts. And then my other casino visits, it was also, you know, the next time we actually went to a cruise was actually, you know, a few years later. And that was actually when I actually did turn 21 at the time. And, you know, it was back in 2017 when, you know, that was when I turned 21. And so that was, you know, therefore I was actually legally allowed to visit a casino. Where, you know, and that one cruise ship when we were in Alaska, yeah, they also had a casino there, and so yeah, therefore I actually was allowed to visit a casino, but I actually still have never gambled, and, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, I guess I could have, you know, not resist the temptation of actually doing those, but no, I haven't even gambled once at all, though, and, you know, I actually realized that, if I did, that it could be dangerous too, because I could get hooked and, and actually get addicted to it, just having a gambling addiction. So, yeah, I kind of avoided that kind of territory. But, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I have visited casinos, but I never gambled. So, yeah, there's my whole story there. So, anyways, we're done. So, anyways, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine, we're going to go to the next area of Isle Delfino. So, until then, I'll see you guys later.